it's too cool. Leave them on.
Welcome to Bourbon and Badges Podcast. This is Dopey Dog and Hound Dog, Slow Ride, and the Rodinator. We are throwing the notes away because we're unscripted and
Unscripted!
who knows what it's going to be, but I can guarantee
Man, what are we to do?
Political in its own.
Are you turning me loose?
Yes,
Are you
sir,
turning
absolutely.
me
Easy,
loose?
easy.
We
I
are
was a little crazy.
Holy shit.
We
They
are
don't call me
taking
the Rantinator for nothing.
Yeah, no,
Taking the leash off the Rodinator.
I am upstairs,
rip.
and the notes went all the way down. I'm glad it's not wintertime. They probably hit the fireplace, cut the place on fire. Hey,
Unscripted.
and for our listening side, Hound Dog is supporting some really dark, blacked out sunglasses.
And
Hey, you
turtle
show us
people.
Hound Dog. That might be some celebrity.
ZZ Top like. Yeah.
How.
Sing out of legs.
All right, speaking of legs, man, what are you guys drinking?
I'll go
Bourbon guys
last.
will get
I got
that,
a lot.
'cause-
I got a lot to talk about with my drink, so I'll let you guys go first. I'll finish up. Go ahead.
I'll go. Old Faithful, Benchmark.
Benchmark, old number 8.
Nice.
What about you, Double D?
I am trying something new. Maker's Mark number 46. It's a 92 proof, virgin French oak stave straight bourbon.
You say
It's in a
virgin?
It's in a
said virgin?
oak what is it? French oak cask. So it can't be straight bourbon. It's got to be a whiskey.
No, it says finished
Finished.
with French oak stave.
Okay,
So
good
it's
deal.
an oak
Hey
barrel,
man,
but finished.
I am bringing in the house, man. Baker's 107 proof single barrel, aged 8 years 6 months, and was bottled in January of 2011. Look at that bottle, man.
Damn, nice.
That's nice.
Actually, look at that.
Oh, that stopper is heavy as it can be, too, isn't
You
it?
know,
Number one.
Nice.
Slow. You need to be careful. Knob Creek's gonna be mad at you.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
it's the same people that produced Knob Creek.
Oh, that's how you got by.
It's
with
one of
that.
their products. Yep.
So since we're unscripted, I'm going totally off the reservation here, guys. Here we go.
What is
It's Ardbeg, Israel, single malt Scotch whiskey, 10-year, and it's a peated whiskey.
Oh, you gonna like that? It's gonna be really, really smoky and pungy.
Yeah, I wanted to go ahead and I know you experts know what peated means, but I did not.
It's going to taste
Did you
like
look it up?
whiskey.
Let me let our listeners know what peated means. I sound like the guy from what's the guy's name? I'm going to blow the planet up. Yeah, what's his name? Doctor. I don't know what his name is.
Dr. Evil.
Doctor Evil. Yeah.
I don't know if our listeners and viewers can tell. We've already been drinking.
Just a little bit.
Can you imagine 4 cops actually having a drink?
So what is peated whiskey? Our viewers are wondering, and I answer. Peated whiskey is given a smoky flavor by compounds which are released by the peat fires used to dry malted barley. The length and intensity of exposure to the peat smoke dictates the strength of this flavor, as do the characteristics of the peat itself. So this thing is exposed to smoke, and the longer it is, the more smoky and peaty, I guess.
The greenhouse, they actually sit there and take the malt and spread all over the floor.
Mm-hmm.
It actually has a fireplace underneath that vents up through the floor to,
There you go.
give that peat.
That sounds pretty intelligent.
Yeah, they're actually underneath with shovels feeding the fire with peat.
Yeah. Thanks
People
for that.
thought
I
it was
didn't
just a
know
bunch
that.
of rednecks drinking liquor.
Well, for
Like I
Pete's
say,
sake.
yes, man. If you're in Scotland, please
getting
don't be
technical.
named Pete. Name
This
anything
shit's
but
getting
Pete.
terrible. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
they'll
but
shove
the
your ass
single-
in the damn
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the fire.
Man, this
single-
is excellent, guys. I don't mind saying.
It's a single malt Scottish whiskey. It's 10-year. It's 46 alcohol by volume. It's got about a $68, almost $70 price. But apparently, it's some of the notes on this thing. Fire and wood ambers. Well, no shit, right? It's over a fire. Earthy peat, malt, seaweed, iodine, smoke, sea spray, lemon bars, vanilla cream, white peach. I don't know how they get all this. Raw fig, ripe red apple, and dill brine. I don't know what the fuck that is either.
You know, I know Deal. He's a pretty good guy.
Yeah.
and dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then you got the
that's what
palate.
Pete's pretty much is
the
dirt.
palate. The palate's like 3-4 lines long too. Seawater, toasted almonds, green apple, milk chocolate, ripe cantaloupe, fruit cocktail, all this different stuff.
Making me hungry more than I'm wasting.
Yeah,
I
no
don't
doubt.
know what it's making. I feel like I'm at a buffet or something. Yeah.
Sounds like
And
you're making
then,
little frou-frou drinks is what it sounds like.
Yeah, they say it's got a long finish with notes of salted caramel, charred oak, and some malt. So I've been
And
doing
now-
it, dude. It smells like a damn campfire. Like when you're smelling it, it smells
Oh,
like
yeah.
alcohol and like a campfire. Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying it's a
You're right.
bad thing. It's just strange, you know?
Yep.
And now back to Millie drinks.
You know,
It's not bad either. Not bad. Not bad.
You like that? You like that, Pete? That smoky pungy?
I didn't say I liked this. This is not bad. You know
it's
what I
different.
mean?
It's different.
Yeah,
what,
different.
What was that one that we did slow, long, like season 1? The green label one. Oh man, what was that?
I don't remember what he's talking about, but I'd have to look it up.
You've
Glenn
killed so many
Fittich.
brain
Glenn
cells. Remember-
Fittich.
Finish.
Yes,
Oh,
I've
Glenn Fittich,
had
nice.
that.
That's something guest brought. Don't sound like anything we'd brought to the podcast.
Man.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all, guys.
Yeah, I can't say about this Beggars. This is excellent, man. 107 proof. It has like a 90 proof burn.
Nice.
And I apologize for my rosy complexion. I've been cutting grass all day. That's why
Yeah.
I'm at. And,
Sunshine up on the mountain.
oh, let me show you. Oh, hottest day yet, man. Hottest day yet. 84 degrees.
84 degrees.
Hey, and let me show you guys something I'm representing.
Oh, there you go.
Gastonia PDK9's in the house.
There
Hey.
you go.
Right.
I'll do you one better than that.
Easy. Hey,
Bourbon and Badges podcast.
Oh,
Yeah,
Bourbon
man.
and Badges.
I need to get
Nice.
one. I need to get one
Alright.
of those
I need to get me some fucking
paraphernalia.
outfits.
you can get in that shirt. It's gonna take a little bit more alcohol.
Yeah.
That is.
Well,
that is.
I'm
On both
just
of us-
glad to see-
on
I'm
both
just
of our
glad-
parts.
I'm just glad Slow's not wearing his Knobs Creek shirt.
Hey guys, I'm here to tell you I am lost without my notes, man. I'm sitting there trying to pick it up and I have my pen in my hand for no pen. I'm putting my pen up.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
just
no
For apparent
reason.
reason.
Yeah.
Just
My
do like
notes
I
are
do.
somewhere downstairs.
Now, let me
do
ask
like, do
you.
like I do every week. Don't have no fucking notes.
Yeah, fucking note.
Well, you got it keeps us online when to hit certain topics and
Well, you know me. I got you back there, Mr. Producer.
Yeah,
when
we
you're
are off
falling on
the
the
rails
job,
right there.
I remind you. I got you. Just like I'm gonna remind you right now. You need to answer a question about some grape milkshakes, man. That's what we need. That's a pressing
we
question.
had a question on underneath one of our podcasts. And we don't know, but we was talking about Tony's ice cream. We don't know if they still have the grape milkshakes.
Tony's Ice Cream is in Gastonia, North Carolina. It's famous. Been around for a long time.
Is it
My
a national landmark?
understanding, They still do because they make a grape ice cream.
Right.
Yeah, they make all their ice cream right there
so
on
they
the
make
spot.
one that is grape.
It makes sense
there's a
they'd
buddy
make grape
of mine-
milkshakes.
buddy
What's
of
it
mine
made out
said
of?
That was his go-to. I mean, he just
Ice and cream.
milk, maybe milk, sugar.
Maybe a little bit.
I'm just guessing.
Hey, it still looks like the original Tony's ice cream when it
It
opened
does.
up inside.
It does.
You were
And
there
they-
then, right? 19.
It's
17.
not nice.
You said
He's saying
original.
you-
You said it looked like it.
He's saying you're old as shit.
Hey,
Hey,
Suzanne.
who's that in the background back there? Suzanne. Hey, she's
We're-
making a cameo
we're
appearance.
actually on the air, and you're actually on camera. Like you
Hey.
shouldn't be back.
What's
there,
happening,
but
girl?
whatever.
What's she drinking?
Out of a decanter.
Oh my God! She's drinking
she's-
vodka out of a decanter.
Oh, she's upper class.
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, Rodinator, you just been ousted. See you later, buddy. Put mom on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're gonna get more comments on her than us all to put together. No, get the. No one wants to see that. Jesus Christ. Okay. There we go.
Hey, it's a family show. You can't be showing that on the air.
I just talk shit about cat ladies, and you got a cat on my fucking show.
Who did JD
What the fuck
Vance
is
say
that
was?
about?
Who did JD Vance was saying voting?
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Suzanne
What'd JD Vance
Rodinator.
say?
You're
she
the
is
cat lady that JD Vance was talking about. That's what the fucking problem is here.
Suzanne Rodinator is retired
Some of the
detective
viewers,
from
they
Charlotte
know.
Meck, so she's fitting right into the cop show.
Yeah. All right. See you later. Thank you. Next time, let me know about
Yeah,
a
go
guest
make a
appearance. Okay, I
sandwich.
appreciate it. Gee,
What'd she say?
go fuck yourself.
Yeah, all right.
This is the abuse I get here at home.
She definitely was a cop.
Yeah. She was a cop.
Oh, still is a cop. She's just retired.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
She
it gets me,
polices
it
me.
irritates me to death. People say, "Oh man, hey, Slow, he's an ex-cop." No, I'm not an ex-cop. That's somebody who was a cop and for like 3 years and quit. I'm a retired cop protected by North Carolina General Statute. I'm still a cop.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like that. You got serious there for a minute.
Oh man, it makes me mad. Every time,
yeah.
oh, ex-cop. No, I'm not an ex-cop.
Nope.
Only thing we lack is arrest powers.
And on a good day and plenty of this, we'll have arrest powers.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I can do many
Somebody's
things.
getting arrested.
Somebody's going to jail.
Somebody is.
The old
It might
saying,
be me.
somebody's going to jail.
I'm not coming back here again.
hey, since we're all script, and that's a good segue into it. What do you guys feel about professional courtesy?
Professional courtesy.
Yeah, we
On
had
a
an
certain
ethic
level.
class, and Hound Dog, you might have been in it. It might have been before you came along, Dobie. We had an ethic class, like 50 of us in there. Phil Ferrantello, brother police officer. He's up there. He's the cop, the role playing, and had another cop sitting there as if he's driving a car. And the instructor says, "Okay, you're the police officer. You stopped your buddy police officer driving drunk. What do you do?"
That's easy for me. That's easy for me.
One person out of the whole group raised his hand and said, "I'd take him to jail."
Yeah.
It was
Not me.
Mike Thomas, Mad Dog.
Yep. Not
Everybody
me.
else says I'd call another unit by. I'd take him home while the other guy takes his car home.
Yep.
Now, of course, now the next day I'd get in his ass. Do you realize the position you put me in?
Oh yeah,
Well,
it can't
we,
be-
we would solve that on a personal base, on personal 101.
But not only that,
Right.
guys. I don't know if you've been like this, but I've done that for fucking strangers. Like, I understand you were using this as an example of professional courtesy, Slow, and I get that, and I agree with you. Cops, medics, firemen, I take care of them to the nth degree, period. They get professional courtesy, and there's nothing wrong with it because doctors do it, lawyers do it, people,
Judges.
whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody does that. But
Yeah.
I also have done it for people. Like, if a person...
They had some sense about him.
Yeah,
Correct.
it depends upon the feel. If the guy's a dick and he's just raising hell and why'd you pull me over?
Oh, yeah.
Forget
He's
that.
definitely
But
gonna
if it's
do
like, I'm so sorry, I go, have you had something to drink today? And they're, yeah. I'm sure. Okay, well, how about we park your car and you call somebody to get you
yeah.
home so you don't go to jail
I want to
tonight?
take 90%
Oh,
of people.
thank you so much. And something? Sometimes that's the one encounter people have in their entire lives with a police officer, and it was a positive one. And instead of them saying, "Yeah, he took me to jail, it cost me $10,000," he called me a cab and got me home safe. What a nice.
And hopefully lessons
you
still
know,
learned.
Yeah, well, lesson learned
Yeah.
because they scared the shit out of her, right?
I take
Because of
90%,
just pulling her over.
90, at least 90% of the people I stopped talked themselves into a ticket.
Oh yeah.
no,
Easy.
Oh yeah, I don't know about you, but
Easy.
I never made a decision about anything until I talked to people and find out what's
yeah.
going on.
Yeah, you never
Well, you have
know.
to find out the circumstances.
And you generally know within the first 2 minutes of talking to somebody whether they're going to get a ticket or not.
Oh, I stopped a guy two things real quick. I stopped a guy one time for speeding, and he's on his way to the ER because his son has gotten hurt, and I said, "Hey, man, just be careful. Cut him loose."
Yep.
And another
Yeah.
time, I think I talked about this in another podcast, I stopped a nurse on her way to the ER nurse on her way to the hospital for speeding. She said, "You going to write me a ticket?" I said, "No, ma'am. I'm just starting my shift. I can see now I'll get shot later, and I'll wake up that ticket stuck in my bullet hole. So I ain't writing you a
Yeah.
ticket."
Absolutely.
Or she gives you that catheter you don't need that looks
Oh,
like a
yeah.
fucking garden hose. Yeah.
So,
How
no,
about
ma'am,
that
you're not
ticket?
getting the ticket.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
But yeah, I mean,
No.
and too, I mean, if just go back to the whole professional courtesy thing. That's something that will be hashed out on the side. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
How many times have you taken one of your buddies out back and solved an issue that didn't need to be internal affairs, didn't need to be a former
Oh, yeah.
supervisor?
Yeah.
Well, how many
And-
times as you guys as supervisors, I know you guys too, when I was at the sergeant level, I had officers on my shift who were senior, who I expected to keep the shift straight. Like, I don't expect a bunch of fucking questions
Oh.
from a bunch of new rookies. I expect the rookies to go to the senior officers and ask them what to do, and they should be guided by
Hey.
them. And if somebody's not dressed right or the shoes were, I expect the shift to straighten that out and not get me involved. And I think that's the proper
Hey,
way things should be done.
Same thing here, Rodinator. Getting ready to say. I'd walked in to briefing one day, and one of the guys, "Hey, Sarge, can you give us a minute? We're straightening something out right quick." I said, "Yeah, man, I'll be in my office. Come get me when you're done." And whatever it was, they resolved it.
Oh, there was several
I could
times
tell who
that-
it was about because they're sitting there butt hurt, but they never said another word.
Nah, because when I was on the street a couple times, they're like, I'm getting ready to, it's like, "We're going to take care of something, Sarge. I'll be back. Y'all call me when you're done." And they handled their shit. Because I
Well, it
always
should be.
looked at it was
Pure pressure.
grown-ass adults.
Yeah,
Y'all
peer
should not act
pressure
like
has
children.
more persuasion than any supervisor.
Oh, yeah.
No, absolutely. Because I looked at it from, I expected them to handle it on their own because they're grown ass adults.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to babysit.
Absolutely.
True.
My job is to take care of the stuff above you on the outside that you don't have the power to take care of.
Basically, we're a conduit. Supervisors are a conduit between above and you. That's what we do, But you should be senior officers should be taking care of your shift because you know what? Guess what? Hopefully, you're the next line of sergeants, right? So you should be doing basically everything a sergeant would do as far as discipline and talking to people and squaring them away, as a sergeant would do.
Oh, I
'Cause
tell
maybe
you, an
that's your next
informal
step.
leader, just like I said, an informal leader has so much more.
And then
Commit,
too, as a
charisma, and
supervisor,
stuff
you're
over the people
building that
than the
leadership
sergeant does.
ability within your people.
Hey, isn't a conduit? Isn't that a big bird to have out in California?
That's
I think
a
it's somebody-
condor, but
Yeah,
we'll
the
go with
conduit
it.
they run electrical wire
That's
through.
a turtle.
If you said, if Hound Dog said I saw a conduit flying in California, I'd know what you meant. You meant condor. And if you say, you need to be a condor in the shift, okay, we'll go with that. Okay.
Two, if you're talking about a conduit in California, they're kind of weird anyway. You don't know what you're gonna be seeing.
True.
You don't. Yeah. you choose
There's
California.
no telling what it's going to identify as. That's very true.
You know, a condor could identify as a conduit, and a conduit could identify as a condor.
Yeah.
You just never fucking know. And you're not supposed to genderize that shit either, because birds can get pissed
Their
off.
pronouns. What are their pronouns?
Or rebar.
Exactly. Yeah.
Birds have rights.
They do. They do.
And turtles have
feelings.
rights.
Oh, don't even start, Dobie.
Hey, okay. Hey, let me say this: no one can, even on the YouTube side, you see all our wonderful faces, but for us on the Riverside that we use to do the podcast, we
Studio.
in the studio we have our names listed. That way we can see whatever's saying. Rodinator's got the Rodinator underneath his name. Underneath the Hound Dog, it says, "Fuck turtle people."
Yeah, he
That's
does.
pretty much a quote.
And anybody who's listened to the show knows Hound
Yep.
Dog has a problem with turtle people.
I'm telling you, man.
Yep.
Oh, he has a problem with
I don't have-
turtles. When
no,
you
I
work
don't
a long
have-
shift, do you have a problem with turtle?
I don't have
Trying
a
to make it
problem
home
with-
in time.
Well, I've done that too. But
Turtle
I don't have a problem
people.
with turtles.
Turtle people.
Turtle people. Who thinks the fucking turtle that's been around for thousands and millions of fucking years can't get from a nest to the ocean and an ocean to a nest? What the hell, man? They've been doing it for millions of freaking years.
I did see a YouTube video where a crab.
Think
grabbed
about it.
And you know what's funny about that too? Half the people in those helping those turtles probably can barely fucking walk on the beach themselves, and they're
Bar-
trying to
yeah.
help. yeah,
Hey,
with the walker.
Yeah.
But you know what? Those turtle people are the same people as the crazy cat people voting for Kamala.
Oh.
Yeah.
Easy. We just seen a crazy crap person, and Rodinator's got to deal with it.
Yeah, slow ride had to run in with one, so we got to.
Yeah,
He's had his fill. He got his fill.
I think I threw my shoulder out when I did that.
Did you? Oh, nice. It's rough. Listen, if you want to be a Rantinator, you got to be ready to go. You got to stretch a little bit. Before
Yeah,
the show.
I didn't stretch before the show.
Hey, let me tell you something sad. And I'm not going to drop names, but you all know what I'm talking about. I'm out cutting grass. 3 hours cut grass, 3 hours weed eat. I got the grass cutting, and I'm saying I'm going to take a break for a minute. So I'm sitting there rehydrating. And a buddy across the street says, "Hey, man, let's go have a few drinks, have happy hour." I looked at that weed eater. The weed eater's still laying out there. Okay. It was that hard to talk me out of weed eating. Go have a drink.
The bear's
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
get your weed eater.
It doesn't take much to get me off of cutting grass or weed.
Yeah.
That's shit.
Yep.
That's old. That's
But
why
tomorrow I'm going to hate that I didn't weed eat. I'm going to
I
look.
don't
It's going to
mind
be
cutting
uneven.
grass, but I just hate cutting mine.
next place I get is grassless condominium. Maybe that's the next one. Fuck that.
Yeah, down in Florida.
Fuck yeah. On the ocean. That's what.
Oh yeah, well, there's no hurricanes come through there. So
No,
you're
none
good.
at all. Either side
man.
of Florida.
Hey, the highest
Condo's the key. You
the
leave,
highest
you come back.
elevation in Florida.
Condo's
The highest
the key.
elevation is 80 feet. That's the highest elevation.
What are you trying to tell me?
I'm just saying. You're
What are you
either
trying to tell
at or below sea level.
One of
Doesn't
them
matter. The sea never covers Florida. It's never happened. Right?
until you move down there.
Yeah. But
Well,
if
the thing
I'm on
about it is, man,
if
you-
I'm on the
you
12th
got-
floor, it ain't gonna affect me.
The thing about it is, though, man, if it's shit starts in the fan, you got 3 places to go. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's where I'm at.
yeah, I'm at 3,600 feet, so I'm high all the time.
You are high all the time.
Yeah.
Thin air up
believe
there
You were
too.
cutting grass or what?
So what else is going on, guys? What's going on today? Lots of political
Unscripted,
stuff.
man.
I'm
Well,
just
we're
saying,
unscripted.
a lot of political stuff. You know,
So
not
what
supposed
is
to
that?
go there, but
Love the politics.
love the politics.
Shit.
Well, the
Well, I think
bad
the
thing
big-
is
I think-
until November, it's probably pretty much going to be a state.
We really didn't cover anything but the great milkshake during our pre-podcast meeting.
Hey,
No,
true.
like I said, unscripted.
So take it anywhere you
unscripted.
want to take it, man.
Well, I think one of the biggest things that we need to talk
The
about.
biggest one of the
is-
biggest things.
The
one of
biggest
the
one
biggest things.
That's like
Yeah.
double big.
is
Yeah.
RFK, right?
Well, how
Dropping
stupid you have to
dropping
spell
out.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's
Endorsing
and he-
Trump.
Endorsing Trump, and
Yeah.
everybody on the old Democrat liberal side's going fucking crazy, saying he's this, he's that. You know what's so funny about it? They say that his uncle and his father would be ashamed of him, and
No, they
he's
wouldn't.
looking at him going,
No.
I think I know my uncle and father better than anybody, and I think they would think the Democrat Party has lost its way, and they'd be right there next to me.
I agree.
And I believe he knows his dad and uncle better than most people do. But
Correct.
that's just my thing. But
You know, he
that's a
said
pretty
he-
big deal, guys.
Oh yeah, he said he had been. Went to his first Democratic convention at 6.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a major thing. It's. And I watched him when he first announced it. He let him have it. The media and the Democrats. He did not. He did not.
He
back
talked
down.
about everything. He said, this is the reason this happened. I tried to run, and every state I ran in, the Democrats made it so hard for me to get on a ballot. The signatures I had to get, I would have to get over 1 million signatures on ballots. Every time I would get close, they would take me to court and sue me. I needed a team of lawyers. He says, they made it impossible, listen to this, for democracy to rule the day. They kept
say that.
me from getting on the ballots through lawfare. The same thing
The
they're
Democrats
doing
have
to try to
weaponized
put
the
Donald
courts.
Trump in prison using lawfare. They used the law to get their way, and they drove Kennedy out and into the arms of Donald Trump. So they fucked themselves.
Oh yeah,
And
definitely.
he had to have 1 million signatures in order to even.
Get on the ballot.
Get on the ballot.
In those states
Yeah.
altogether. Yeah.
That's a
So it's
lot of
crazy.
signatures.
And they kept him off, so now he's dropping off, and now they're going like he's lost his mind. He hasn't. He gave a perfectly great news conference and said why, and it made sense. And Trump's going to put him on one of his cabinet appointments. They're talking about the food one, the Food and
Yeah.
Drug Administration one, to straighten out our food, because our food has all these additives and stuff that are outlawed in Europe, but we have them in our food here, and it makes a lot of people sick, especially children. So that might be where he's plugged in if Trump wins the election. And they talked about it, and that's why he dropped out. He said, listen, I want to do some good. And he had a really good press conference, but the liberals can't hear anything. They don't hear anything.
Oh,
They just hear
anytime-
Trump, and they go fucking crazy.
And here's the deal.
Yeah.
Sheriff Hawkins in Gaston County, where you're at, Rodinator, for where we're all from. The prior sheriff, God bless Hawkins, he's an excellent sheriff, doing a great job. But the prior sheriff said that he was Democrat, and he's on our.
His whole family and his entire life.
Yeah, he's on our show, and he what did he do, Hound Dog? Did he go to?
He
didn't
said
change-
that he said that the Democratic Party left him. He didn't leave the Democratic Party.
Yeah, because I asked him, I said, why? He went independent. I said, why do you leave the Democrat Party? He said, I didn't. He said, they left me.
Yeah.
Oh, and for the record, guys, I'm independent. Been independent for 17, 18 years because the Republican Party pissed me off. I'm independent, so I try to vote wherever I can. But let me tell you something, dudes. Every time I pull a lever, man, it seems to be on the conservative side because they're just better than the other option.
Well,
That's how I put it. They're better than the other option.
Anytime
it.
you go against the Democrats, they try to demonize you.
Absolutely.
They can't just
cancel
say
you.
you have no,
Cancel
you. Have, you
They try to cancel you.
because they're afraid.
Yep. Elon Musk is probably the biggest thing since he bought Twitter. Now it's X. He lets things fly. They can't stand him.
But
Hell,
isn't
did
it
you
great
see? Did
having
you see
so
that?
much money? You can tell everybody to kiss your butt.
Did you see
You
the
don't care.
CEO of Telegram? I hate to jump around, guys, but you know I'm a news junkie. The CEO of Telegram. You know Telegram's another site, right, guys? Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't. Have not.
You have not heard of it.
Neither
So
have I
heard of it.
Telegram is a site just like anything else, and it is it's this one right here, guys. It's just like Signal. You know what Signal is?
Right.
Yeah, I do. Yes.
Okay, hang on. It'll come in a second. Focus. That's Telegram right there.
Okay.
Telegram. The CEO of Telegram got arrested on the tarmac in France because he was told to censor people on his site and he refused to. So when he flew into France, they had a secret indictment and they arrested him on the tarmac. The CEO of the Telegram.
Now, where's
That's
your
no difference than Zuckerberg getting arrested on the tarmac in France for Facebook shit or
Yeah.
Musk for X.
Yeah, now,
So
but
it's-
he sold out there, right, at the request or the pressure from the White House.
Yeah.
Oh, you talk about Zuckerberg.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. In 2020, he admitted that he got censored because the White House asked him to curb the Hunter Biden laptop story, which he did. Try all these different things against the right wing, the conservative, to help Biden win. Yeah.
Yeah.
He admitted to it, and now he's ashamed of it, so he came clean. And I don't know what's going to happen now because he could be, that's against the law. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. But he is a gazillionaire, so I don't know.
Nothing.
But I'm telling you guys, when France arrested somebody, so freedom of speech in France, right? gone, right? You can't do it. Britain, I told you last week. Remember the story with the 89-year-old lady getting arrested? I mean, I'm sorry, that was in Michigan. That's happening here too. But in Britain, the same thing's happening. Illegal immigrant raped and murdered a 12-year-old. People said, "What a vicious, nasty animal, pig, animal, whatever." The people who called him a name
Oh yeah, we talked about this.
got
on the
more
podcast, yeah.
got more time in jail. They went to jail.
Yeah, for calling him.
Then the immigrant got 18 months. They got 2 years. And
Right.
that's in Britain.
I
Guys,
hate to
it's
say
in
this,
Britain.
brother, but I can predict the future.
Go ahead.
FBI, open up!
That's coming your
Could
way,
happen.
brother.
Could happen. Next 4 years, it could happen.
You see three of us
Don't-
on
don't
podcast.
say it can't
Rodinator,
happen.
who?
Yeah, don't say it couldn't happen. I could end up in the dungeon fucking clasped up with those fucking shackles with a rat nibbling at my fucking
Say
toes.
you're sorry. Say you're sorry.
I'll be in there with the January Sixers. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
what about
you know
that?
that one? I saw a picture not too long ago where the one guy that was supposedly in January 6th, where he had the buffalo horns and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's out, right?
he's out.
And he had a picture
cool
taken
outfit.
with Trump, right?
What's that?
Didn't he have his picture taken with Trump?
Yeah, he's out. I'm not sure if he has a picture taken with Trump,
I
but
think
he's
he
out.
did.
He
I'm
was,
pretty sure he did.
yeah, he was the Navy veteran. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But it's sad, and it took him that. How long did you let him out?
He did 2 years, I think, of it, right? A little over 2 years.
But we
For
can't.
walking in the front door, walking down the hall with police, sitting at the desk with police there the whole time, walked them back out. Like, it was a tour. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, it was, yeah.
But we don't
Guys,
know what's on
we know
the
what
kid's
happened.
phone.
We know what happened, guys. Okay, we know what happened. It was, Christopher Wray, the FBI director, when being asked and questioned by Congress under oath, they asked how many agents were in that crowd. He said he can't talk about it because it's an ongoing investigation. What's that answer, guys? It should have been none. It should have
Yeah,
been
it should have
none.
been, yeah.
But since he said I can't talk about it, that means there were people in the
No.
crowd.
Right.
After this podcast, that's what I'm going to tell YouTube. It's on investigation. Can't talk to you about it. We'll get censored again. We'll go back
Yeah.
to Facebook.
Well, we all know
YouTube
that,
jail.
we all know that
It's incredible.
when a chief or anybody or PR person with the police department media relations says it's an ongoing investigation, you as a captain, we all know there's more to it.
Absolutely.
We know that's what's going on because we
Or there's
do that.
less to it, and they just
Yeah.
don't disclose it.
Right.
I
And
cannot
we know
stand-
that because you can't tell everything. You can't.
I
tell
can't stand how they get away with saying that and not answering questions.
Oh yeah.
They're supposed to answer to the Congress. That's like us going to the IA guys goes, I can't talk about that.
So yeah.
Yeah,
screw
yeah. The
it.
thing about it is, does Congress not have some type of
They
litigation?
do. They
that
do. But they don't. But if the administration who hires that motherfucker is on board with him, that's it.
Yeah, but I subpoena you before Congress, and you come
And
up
he
here-
goes and says, I can't answer that because it's an ongoing investigation. That's it.
Yeah, not only that, though, yeah, but you think you're not here to answer our questions.
It's a scam. It's a scam, Slow.
Then they should be able to charge them with something.
You would think.
Okay. Let's stop right there. Who should charge him, Slow? The Justice Department, run by Merrick Garland, who was put in place by Biden. That
No,
guy.
I agree, but Congress
happening.
should have some type of
Not happening.
litigation power themselves.
There's none. The Justice Department is the one who charges people. The one who's going after Trump is the one who would charge Ray, is the one who would charge Cheetos lady, the Secret Service lady, for what she did. And they do nothing. Mayorkas, who's let the border open for 3.5 years. Why hasn't he been prosecuted yet for literally ignoring the laws, the federal law against immigration? Has been broken for 3.5 years. Merrick Garland, the head of the Justice Department, will not prosecute Mayorkas, the head of immigration, because they're all Biden people and they're doing it on purpose. When Trump gets in, his Department of Justice will have a new head. It won't be Merrick Garland, and then people will start getting prosecuted if they choose to do
See,
so.
that's another reason they don't want him in there even more now because they know now.
He knows
gets
where all the
in,
bodies are buried. He knows everything.
He is going to
Yep.
clean house.
And you know what? You would hope he does, but I could see him going like, we need to move on with the country's problems and get to work. I could see him saying something like that because I want people's heads to roll. But he didn't do it to Hillary when he won in 2016. He could have prosecuted her, but he didn't.
I think he's more likely to do it now because of I think he has to.
The way he
And he
he's
only has-
protect
mistreated.
himself. To protect
And he only has
himself.
4 years. He ain't shooting for another 8.
But what I would say, Dobie, I agree with you to a certain point, but what he can also do is just get rid of those people in those positions without prosecuting. Just say
Right.
you
Fix
either
the problem.
leave,
Just
you
fix
either
the problem.
leave, you either leave, or we're going to prosecute. And they all leave, and he gets his own people in there and fixes these places and leaves it at that. I don't know. I
You
can't
heard
tell you
what
what
he
he's going
said
to
the
do.
other night about. I think it was Friday night about the he was going to create I believe a special committee to investigate assassination attempt. Did you see that part?
I didn't see that part.
No, I didn't
He
see that.
said that a couple things when Kennedy came on stage. He was going, I believe, a committee to investigate his assassination and others, and he was going to. This is interesting. I don't know if he'd be able to follow through with. I'd love for him to do it. A lot of these people are dead now, but he was going to open up the Kennedy file.
Oh, absolutely.
On
It's been 60 years.
On
You know what?
JFK.
You know what else was? You know what else the rumor was? That if Kennedy didn't do the health thing in his cabinet, he would put him in charge of the CIA, and then Kennedy would be able to unlock his uncle and father's.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That would be cool.
That would be
Well, that's
poetic.
good. That's good.
That
That's
would be
good
poetic
movie.
fucking justice.
It
guys.
would be.
That's a
Come
good
on.
movie in
Whether,
itself.
whether
right
he
there.
let us know about it or not, which is his prerogative, but that'd be cool as hell if he did that.
Oh yeah, because there's no doubt it was inside.
Because
out.
let me tell you something, guys. In 60 years, we haven't learned what happened to Kennedy. We're not going to learn what happened to Trump really either. It's for a long time. But I've watched several other podcasts with people who were in Secret Service, who were in FBI, who were in CIA, and they said that all of them say there's no way. Just listen to this. There's no way a 20-year-old fucking loser was able to get on top of that roof with an AR-15, have 3 encrypted accounts, had communication with FBI people in Washington, and several other things. And you want to say he did this alone? He was able to do this alone? It's bullshit. It never happened. He had help. It was an inside job. We don't know. They say they don't know who the sponsor is, meaning who wanted it, who ordered it, but they do know some of the players who helped. And it's very glaringly obvious. And now the people who actually are responsible for it are the people investigating it. And that's the problem. People investigate. If I'm on the take and I'm investigating myself, guess what? I'm probably going to find myself fucking not guilty, exonerated, right?
Yep.
That's exactly what they're doing. That's why they don't have answers. Hell, how quick does it take to lock one of us up for some shit? You know what I'm saying? Hell, they see us.
Yeah, we're gonna find out in the morning.
Yeah. Hit the button, motherfucker. Damn. Yeah. Damn right. It'll take 2 seconds, but this investigation now what is 43, 44 days long? And we still know all we have is it, but they sure made sure that motherfucker died on that roof, didn't they? He got off 8 shots. He got off 8 shots.
And they've already cremated his body without any kind of
And they
autopsy.
rinsed the roof
Really?
off too the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
this is-
honestly think they knew.
You're fucking brave.
I think he didn't think that he was going to get he himself was going to get smoked, but I think they knew ahead of time.
How do you not? How do you not know? How do you not think that's not
He's
going to
that
happen?
young and stupid?
Well, the thing about it is too is a wonderful friend of mine has a conspiracy theory that the local government, state government, federal government, and the Secret Service all in cahoots to make it look like attempted assassination when it really wasn't.
Well, of course, that's your liberal friend, and they're a fucking moron. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll
Why?
go with that.
Why would? Okay, let's just for shits and giggles, so the retards can get a little. Let's say
You're
that.
talking
Let's,
about, no, just to clarify. You're not talking about 3 of us, right?
No. We're a step above that retard. We're not quite there. Let's say all that's true. Then why is the same bunch of people you just mentioned trying to put Trump in prison if they're helping him set up an assassination attempt to make him look good?
And too, and I know I
sorry.
I beat this one.
Such
point to death.
morons.
I beat this one to death, and I can't get it out of my head because the whole thing with them not coming out and saying what's on that phone, saying that they hadn't cracked that phone.
It's still encrypted.
It's still encrypted. With my minimal experience doing what we did and doing what I know officers do all over the country, that the people who taught us cannot do that in a month and a half. That it's asinine. And To me, that makes it so
Oh
blatantly
yeah, you get a
obvious
court
that-
order to get a phone, looked into, and you take it to our criminal analysis guys and Cheryl, and
Yeah,
then
and
the
I
next
would-
day, man, they've got it opened up for you. You're ready to go.
Oh yeah.
My
What do you want to
street
see on it?
crime, my street guys would get search warrants to get in that court order search warrants. I might just do it, and within a couple of days, we had everything.
Hey, Slow, another question for you. If all those people helped set up that assassination to make it look like that, well, Crooks died, another guy in the audience died, and 2 other people were shot. So that was all part of the theater?
Did they really?
Oh, yeah, there's a dead fireman.
yeah.
There's a dead fireman.
Did
And there's
they really? Did you see the body on YouTube? You
Did you actually put the finger in the hole? Oh, that's true, yeah.
But you know what?
Oh, yeah.
Those are the same people that will look at Kennedy assassination and say it wasn't a conspiracy. The
Hey,
government
and,
would do it.
and let me recap something Rodinator said on a prior show, because we talked about this before. How many of those people at the Trump rally started going crazy, shouting, screaming, running around, stampeding? None.
None.
Not a one.
None.
None.
Not a one.
Guys, let me say this too, since we're unscripted and we're going off the reservation here, right?
Oh,
Let me
we
tell you
ain't going.
something.
We gone.
Let me tell you something. When you're looking at the middle of the road here, and you have the left and you have the right, let me tell you something. If it ever goes down in Chinatown, the right's going to stomp a fucking mud hole and walk it dry in these motherfuckers.
Yep.
Because they're so soft and weak and defenseless and stupid and moronic and idiots, and they don't shower, and they look like fucking morons, piercings all over and tattoos everywhere, and they fucking walk around half naked with their fucking bellies hanging out. Let me tell you something. These motherfuckers are so fucking mentally retarded. They're done.
Yeah,
the way, and one last thing. The way they survive, guys, is by us. We're the workers. We're the ones who pay taxes. We're the ones who join the military and the police department. We're the ones who keep them safe. They're the ones who call us when they have a problem.
He's getting
right?
red-faced.
I have never called one of those motherfuckers for anything.
And
Nothing.
won't.
What do I need? A fucking sandwich? No, I don't need shit from them, But they call us all the time because we're the backbone of the country. That's how this works.
And now, on a lot of liberals' behalf,
I need a fucking drink.
a lot of those people that they are bussed in are paid to be the aggressors, to cause havoc, to cause.
Yeah, but
you
see,
know-
the only weapon that they use effectively, unfortunately, is their
Name
mouth.
calling.
Is their
and
mouth.
our policies
If you-
against
some-
us, because they know
somebody
we
comes
can't
out there and
use
starts
the minimum
raising
amount of
hell,
force.
calling just up there in your face, raising hell, punch that son of a bitch in the fucking nose, and be done with it.
You do that a couple of times, the rest of them will back up.
Exactly.
You throw facts at them, and they call you a racist, a homophobe, an Islamophobe,
Yeah.
whatever you're talking about. They shut you down they try to shut you down with a comment. Let me finish with this last thing. There was one time somebody said, "How about this? How about all the conservative type-minded people who go by the Constitution, Declaration of Independence, move to certain states, and all the people who don't want that anymore move to these other states?" Who do you think?
California can only hold so many people.
Who do you think? Who do you think would survive? I'll tell you what would happen. We would have to build a wall to keep those motherfuckers from coming over to our state, which would be prospering because we have workers. We we pay our taxes. We're not out there raising hell and protesting all the time, while they're over there wanting a government handout. They
Right,
wouldn't
exactly.
survive. They survived because of us. Make no mistake about that. And I'll double down on that, and I'll challenge
Oh, yeah.
anybody to fucking ask me about it.
Oh, absolutely.
I-
Did you see
yes.
that one CNN reporter lady where she stated that the Democrats were wanting men that wasn't as testosterone laden, gun toting?
Yep, that was at the DNC.
Yeah.
What a
Yep.
dumbass.
Well,
She said-
still
she
in this
said- she said-
podcast.
Yeah.
She said Walsh kind of communicates better with the beta males.
Yeah.
The lower and not as
The man buns.
She goes and she's looking up. She's like this. Let's just put it this way. The testosterone late. I could see in her head saying muscular, good looking, badass men. But she didn't say all that. But that's what she was thinking.
Oh,
Gun
that's
toting,
exactly.
Yeah, the ones you
Yeah.
dream about. Yeah, that's
You,
right.
and here's the thing: if you went to that mentality like you're talking about, Rod, who would be their police? Who would be their military? Who would
We
be their
need some
farmers?
spandex and man buns. What
I
we
mean,
need.
it's those alphas those type people that are willing to go into the gunfight, the firefight, and pull the people out.
Yeah, and this is general, guys. I know there's exceptions on both sides. Don't get me wrong, but in general, when you put a picture of a liberal up and you put a picture of a conservative up, there's a distinct difference usually. That's
Oh,
all I'm
yeah.
saying. Does that make sense, guys? When you look,
Oh, yeah.
hell,
Yeah,
hell, when
definitely.
you're talking to somebody, like when I go to the gym and I look at somebody, I go liberal.
Yeah.
I look at a guy.
absolutely.
Oh, that dude's a fucking badass. You know, or something like I can
Yeah.
tell right away, like who the fuck, you know, who's who, or just by how they carry themselves, or how many fucking piercings they have, or how fat. I could just tell by looking at them. Like, oh, geez. Or how about the cars with the 85,000 bumper stickers on the back? That
Yeah.
say, like, I mean,
Save
you
the
can't even
turtles.
see through the fucking window. Yeah, save turtles.
Yeah,
Yes.
save turtles. turtle.
But I mean, I know it's stereotyping, and I know it's kind of people are like,
Well-
oh, that's not true. Yeah, it is true.
They always say you can
yeah.
spot the cops. They're the one running toward the gunfire.
Everybody
That's
used
like-
to tell me you could never be a vice cop because you look like one, and I say I agree. That's the same thing. I know I look like a military or a cop kind of guy. I get that. How many 250-pound crackheads do you know, guys? Not many, right? They don't eat really well, and their fucking teeth are fucked up. All right, so I couldn't be
Yeah.
a crackhead and be undercover. I get that.
I
That's
know
okay.
you probably see this video, Rod. You talking about those type people? Because I saw this video. Was getting ready to go to the DNC in 12. There's some one of these tree hugger PETA people out in like Washington State, Oregon, and they're trying to block this logging road.
I
And
love
they've got-
these guys. I love
And
these
they
guys.
got this. They're chained themselves to a chain link gate, and so that the log truck can't come out with the logs. Right? They're just
Is this the one where they swing the gate open?
yes.
Oh, guys, so they're chained to a gate that's like this,
Yeah.
but the gate swings open, so they're chained to the gate, and they just open the gate, and they walk
Slid
the
everybody out
people.
of the way.
Yeah, they
Yeah, the
walk the
lobby just
people
comes
up.
out and
They
opens
walk
it.
the gate open. Yeah,
and
I
drives
saw
off,
it.
and they're still stuck there.
And they say, and then I think they lock the gate back and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, carry on."
See you, dumbass.
They're thinking, we didn't think this through.
We didn't think this through.
Yes.
Still, my all-time favorite guys is the ones who glue their hands to the ground. And I think
Yeah.
it was in Europe. It wasn't in America. We don't do this here. But in Europe, they might as well have taken something that equates to be a spatula, and he pulled the guy's hand up, left skin on the ground, and took him to jail. And the guy's like, He goes up, hooked him up, took him. Didn't sit there didn't sit there real. Dude, that must have hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Heard's hearing it.
But it's that type mentality. I mean, it's just
Oh, my God.
it's
I'm
the
telling you.
crazy cat lady.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yep.
So,
So
yeah,
how
I
we
just,
tied all this into being cops? There's a
we
segue there.
We got to live under these rules. We got to
Yeah,
live under this.
and we're like-minded, and we are
Yeah.
alpha males.
Yeah.
I can tell anybody here, all four of us are definitely alpha males.
Yeah, and you know what? And there's a place for and listen, being a beta male type guy, it's fine. It's fine. But it's when you lose your mind and when you do things that are detrimental to me is when I get pissed off. Listen, if you do you and everything, that's
Oh, yeah.
fine.
Live your life. Be happy.
life. Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
be
no
happy.
problem with you doing whatever you do.
Be
That's
you,
fine.
be happy.
But when you start pushing things that are going to affect me and my family through the way you vote and people who put in office and the laws and the rules and the tax law, and when you're trying to push this stuff, especially the people who are trying to push different things on that affect my kids and the younger generation, like the LGBTQ community, I don't care. That's cool. You guys do your thing. But when you try to enact bathroom rules that are going to allow men to go in my daughter's
Exactly.
bathroom, fuck that.
Yeah.
That's where I draw the line, right? When you're starting to cut the boobs off of an 11-year-old child
and here's the
or
deal.
whatever, I draw the line at that. Those are laws that affect everybody. Now, if you want to stay in your own little house and do your shit,
Now,
that's
Hound
fine.
Dog now, we
But
got
when
to
it
fight
comes
this
out,
too.
It's negative.
Hound Dog and I got to fight this. They took our month for their Pride Month.
They did, and that pissed me off.
Did you
Yeah.
notice how Pride went from a day to a week to a month? And now it's like,
Yeah.
And it's June.
It's
Yeah.
our birthday month.
They were having
Now
Where's all
I
the black
got you.
people? They get the shortest
Hey,
month. February, it's cold. It's the shortest month of the year, and that's what they get.
They were having a pride.
who gets
parade in
February?
Charlotte
Who got
the last
February?
couple weeks ago.
The blacks, Black History Month, all this is
Oh.
February. The 28 days, the shortest month and the cold month.
that's
They
my
come-
birthday month. That's my birthday.
Yeah,
know
and
what?
then they
Yeah.
get June or July.
I'm good.
Do you
with
know
that.
what? You know what the scary thing about this is? The scary thing about
that you
this.
know her?
No. The scary thing about this is, she votes.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the scariest thing about that whole
Absolutely.
weirdo looking right there. And that's what this country is coming to. These freaking pink-haired, blue-haired.
Hey, did you see that picture you just showed? That's what your
Turtle
butt looks like
loving
when you have
people.
diarrhea.
Yeah, probably so.
Scream
Have
that
you
out.
Speaking of that History Month, have you ever heard the Morgan Freeman speech? when you're talking to Maureen Wallace or whatever from 60 Minutes. You ever seen that?
We just look at pictures.
You need to look that interview up. He is phenomenal. They're talking about talking about Black History Month. He says, "Why do I want a Black History Month? Black History is American history." And it's like, well,
That's a good point. You know what it is?
Yeah.
They separate. They're always wanting to separate.
Separate. Yeah.
History is history, right? We don't have white history and black history. We should have history.
U.S.
and he
history.
says, and he looks at
Yeah.
the guy from 60 Minutes. Says, "What are you?" So I'm Jewish. He says, "Well, you want a Jewish History Month? You can have one." He's like, "No." He said, "Well, I don't want one either." And he's like, "Well, how do we stop the racism? He said, quit talking about it. You
Exactly.
be you, and I'll be me, and just be
Yeah.
each other."
That
Don't
is
quit
as
worrying
true
about
as
it.
it can be. That's as
Look
true.
it up. Look up Morgan Freeman's interview on 60 Minutes. It's phenomenal.
I think I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Yeah,
I haven't
it's
seen the
just
whole
great.
thing, but I think I
He
saw
is
some
right.
highlights.
Yeah, he says, "I don't want one. Black history is American history. Why does that have to be?"
Well,
Come on.
I've said it for years, guys. The people at the top, at the end of the day, they're eating together. They're going on vacation together. They just keep us fighting amongst ourselves about them, and they laugh the
Absolutely.
whole time they're in office because they'll argue on the Senate floor. I've said it. They'll argue on the House floor. And then after it's all over, you'll see them eating lunch or playing golf. Or I got a great picture
It's-
for you. This is exactly.
It's
Dude, this is
basic. It's
Go ahead.
basic strategy. Like
They
any
want us
war,
divided.
you separate and divide the troops,
Right.
and they're easier to
Right.
defeat.
Wait till it focuses in. That's Obama and Michelle, the Clintons, Bushes, and Bush Sr. If
Yep.
that picture doesn't make everybody out there go, look, they look really happy and cozy together. And as much as we think hang on a second, Slow, as much as we think they're different, they're not. Because they're all globalists,
Which one was
elitists,
Obama?
and multi-millionaires at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, they're all in it together. And we are down here looking up at them. It's all a scam, guys.
We are
It's
paying
all
the
a fucking
bills.
scam.
We are
Exactly.
If they keep us divided, they can control us.
And the government, remember, makes no money. The money they make is taxes. That's how they make their money. That's why she's trying to do all this other tax, guys, on unrealized
Who is
gains
she?
and all this other stuff. Kamala Harris. Her platform is terrible. That's the reason I don't like her, folks. Not for any other reason. Not for her lies and her cackling and all her fucking hoary shit. That's not the reason. Her platform sucks. If you want 4 more years of the last 3.5, you're a moron. You're an idiot.
Or
You're a
4 more
dumbass.
years- 4
Because it
more
wasn't
years
good
of
for
worse.
anybody.
And
It
we'll be in
wasn't
World
good for
War
anybody.
III then.
And
It'll be
we're
4
heading
more
that way.
years. It'll be 4 worse years.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like,
Think about it.
where's the $25,000 going to come to buy a house that she wants to give everybody? Was it she wants to give everybody
Taxes.
wants to buy a house?
Now, is she going to
Print some
collect
more
that
off?
to give it to us guys that already bought the houses?
Nope.
For your
Oh,
unrealized
Lord, no.
tax gain?
Nope.
No.
Yeah. She's going to get it from taxes and different things like that. That's exactly how she's going to get
Her
it.
mandatory AR buyback?
That's why they hired 87,000 new IRS agents. And that's why they were going to tax the people on tips until Trump said it. And then she tries to jump on board with him.
Oh, yeah, she changed her mind on that. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it was so unpopular. Guys, it's crazy. But you know what? People don't know what we know. And as a result of that, they just say, oh, look. Because you know why they're so happy, guys? Because Biden isn't running. He was a I mean, everybody knew he was a fucking moron,
Wait.
right? And he had the dementia. So they're just glad there's somebody in there who's not.
No, that was brilliant on the Democrats' behalf when the attempted assassination on Trump. Boom! Ooh, it's all Trump news, and all of a sudden they pulled that out, and Trump's news went away. It went up to somebody that has different genitalia than us is now running for president.
Does she, though? How does she identify?
I know, former first lady. I just all I'm saying.
What's her pronoun?
Yeah, what's her pronouns? I do know. Yeah. Among
It's not a
other
person
pronouns.
noun. That's not a pronoun.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I just and again, guys, I got skin in the game. That's why I'm so passionate about it. This is fucking
you know,
ridiculous.
what are
I
her
don't
policies?
understand when there's the 2 choices we have, and you look at her platform and you want it. That means you should move to Venezuela and be happy. They
Yeah.
already have all this
There
shit.
you go.
There. Just go.
Yeah.
This is not the country for that. We have a constitution. We're a republic. We're not a communist country, a Marxist country. So
You know what?
it's just not going to happen here.
I love them play this podcast on The View.
Oh shit!
Oh God,
That'd be
they
great.
they
That'd be
would
great
they
to
would come
watch.
unglued. They would
We
come.
would be.
I wouldn't last 5 minutes on that stage, man. They'd have security coming up, and after I tossed them around, I'd leave on my own just because I didn't want to be there anymore in their presence. But you know, that's just how that would go.
No,
Yeah.
this is how they'd be.
Say what I. They'd be all. They would be all betas. Their security guards would be all betas.
Yeah, I just hope people realize too. And you know, the other thing too is, guys, when you're voting, you know, if you're going to vote for Trump, you got to support him, and you got to vote all the way down the ballot, because if he doesn't have the support of Congress, the Senate, and the House, he can't pass anything. He can just do so much through executive order. Folks, when you pull a lever, you got to pull straight party. And you got to go straight Republican, because the Democrat party's, and if anybody, and don't even take the Rodinator's word for it, because I'm a fucking nut, right? Okay, great.
Yeah,
Take
we like
RFK,
can we vote on this?
a lifelong Democrat with a family of lifelong Democrats has left the reservation and said the Democrat Party has lost its way. Trump is the way to go. That's your people telling you, and if you don't listen, you're an idiot, because he's trying to tell you the house is on fire. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, I know. But the sad thing about it is we're preaching to the choir.
Well, there's
A lot of people, liberal people, listen to us.
Exactly. It's just
They're all a bunch of
ridiculous.
sheep. They're all sheep. They can't
Just
vote
listen to
themselves.
the guy.
Was
Just
there
listen.
another lady
Hey,
that?
Tulsi Gabbard. She
Yep.
just endorsed Trump. She used to
Yep,
be
that's what I was
on the
thinking
Democrat
about.
for 20 years. She was in the
Yep.
military. She's a great lady. She's half good-looking lady too. Endorsing Trump because the party left her. She didn't leave the party.
Right.
The party's off its rocker. Nancy Pelosi's one of your leaders. This bitch, she's drunk and wall-eyed. She looks like she's fucking. I mean,
Hey,
dude.
easy with the drunken walleye stuff.
Hey, so if she's a party leader, she's no longer in the Senate or anything like that.
No, she's
Who
still
the-
in the House. No, she's still there. She's just
still-
not a leader. She's still there. She hasn't. She's still in there. She's just
Okay.
not the leader now. Hakeem Jeffries is. He's a dick too, but whatever. He's not nutty. She's a nut. She's a fucking crazy nut,
She is a.
All right, Rodinator, how do you really feel? Come on, just put it out there.
dude.
She's
I'm fucking stroking out over here.
She's one
Yeah,
of those
I
damn
read
turtle
Facebook from
people.
all the sun I got Dave
Somebody
cutting
call a
grass.
doctor. Yeah.
Yep.
All right,
No, I'm
let me-
good.
kick-
I'm done ranting, guys.
Let me cool this down a little bit. Hey guys, we had one of the heat wave up here on the mountain today.
You said 84 degrees. I
84
know.
degrees. Look how red I got cutting grass.
It was 92 down here. It wasn't too
I
bad.
think it was
Wasn't too bad.
97 here.
Alabama, right?
I think so. I think it was
Bama.
97.
Bama.
I think it was in the 80s here. Not sure. Don't remember.
Yeah.
I was on the beach all day. It wasn't hot on the
There you go.
beach.
Oh yeah,
Now-
I got a friend down there, Reggie. Suzanne went to see a friend of hers down there. Lives at Sunset Beach. She works. I sent you the messages on it. She might stop in the ABC store and say hi.
Oh, tell her to.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely look me up.
Yeah, I'll just tell her. She knows your
Hit
name,
the like
Reggie
and
Hicks.
subscribe.
Her name's
Hey,
Nan.
hey.
You'll know her. She's crazy. She used to be a
Okay.
cop with us, and she's cool as shit.
15 minutes of fame there, hound dog.
Yeah, hit the like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
hey, you guys. Yeah, you're right. You guys know this. Hound Double D, you may not. You know, back for I moved to mountains full time. I was working at the Shooter Express out in the gun range.
Right.
Lady comes in, her and her husband. We're talking. She goes, "Boy, your voice sounds so familiar." I said, "Do it? Does it?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "She goes, are you Hound Dog?" I said, "Yo, you talking about the podcast?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "No, I'm Slow Rider." She said, "Hey, I'm Slow Rider. Can I get a picture of you? Can my husband, can I get a picture with you?" I said, "Sure." To get pictures of his stuff and 15 minutes
There
of
you go.
fame.
There you go. There you go.
They thought you were me.
Yeah, they were a little disappointed when they found out it wasn't.
Yeah, you're riding
Hound
Hound
Dog.
Dog's coattails slow. What the hell?
Okay, yeah. It says, Hound Dog, you here? Can we get your picture? Hey, says Hound Dog there. Can you take a picture of me and my husband?
Yeah. Well, we wanted Hound Dog, but okay, we'll do a slap.
Yeah. It happens.
It happens.
You'll
Yeah, it
do.
was so
You'll
funny.
do.
Yeah, actually, kind of the same thing like that happened to me when I was a guest on the ABC. I think Slow might have already retired from that location. But I was standing there
I
working.
think I was fired.
Well, I was trying to put it nicely. But I was working the counter. I always try to talk to people. Hey, how you doing? You having a good day? You know what you're drinking today and all that stuff. This lady said, "You're Hound Dog." I said, "I am." She said, "I listen to your podcast
I
all the
am.
time." I said,
Oh,
"Oh,
no
do you
shit.
really? Well, cool, man. Good to meet you." We hung out and shut shit.
I
She
wonder
said she
how
loved it.
how people find us. How did she find us?
Hey,
out
we're
there?
big time, baby. We're big
I
time.
don't know. Are we? I mean, I don't know. I just think we're four guys fucking having a good time, just cursing a lot. I mean, that's all.
And sometimes we'll talk cop stuff. Sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
We did a little bit at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
We found that rabbit hole.
We love us
But,
some
you know,
rabbit
the
hole.
Next week, gentlemen,
there's
we're
Right.
going back to script.
Oh, he's cracking the whip. Here we go. Fucking A. All right.
I control the
It's kinda-
buttons.
it's like something every week pops off of that stupid nonsense going on.
Oh yeah. Well,
You're not
during
talking about me,
election
right?
time. No, we're talking about election time. It's just craziness. And it's just. I did hear a little good news, guys, on the since we're still doing this. The Israeli forces got another Israeli hostage back, safe and sound, alive.
Oh, good.
Oh,
This one's
good.
wild.
Yeah, it's a good story. He got back, and what I was worried about, guys, is I thought the reason that Israel and Hezbollah and all the Hamas and all that shit won't agree to a peace deal on the Hezbollah Hamas side is because I think all the hostages were dead, but apparently
That's what I
they're
thought
not.
as well. Yeah.
Apparently they're
They
not.
had
Because
nobody
it's been
to
a
give
long
up.
fucking time. But
Yeah.
this guy's alive, and they got him out again. He's
Good.
like, thank you to Benjamin Netanyahu. He's like, holy shit, you want? It's crazy.
Yeah, how old is this guy down mask? Because all the elderly people so far that's been found were dead.
We're dead. Yep. And sometimes when you think when people don't want to make a deal, hey, give us some hostages, we'll do this. Well, we can't give you hostages if they're all dead. We're giving you bodies. That won't go over well. So maybe
Right.
that's why they're not really, wanting to do a deal.
Yeah, so there's hope.
There's always hope, but November 5th, guys. November 5th.
November 5th. Vote.
Or earlier, vote. Jesus Christ.
If you think you're not going to be able to, go early.
Yep.
Yes.
Don't miss it.
Yes.
It's funny. While we're talking, from one of our subscribers text me, says, "Hey, did you ever change your address so you can vote?" Just as
You?
we was talking about all this very thing. Yeah, just now
yeah.
on my phone.
Well, I too. I will say this too, and I remember a few years ago. It was right prior to the last election. I can't ever get this guy's name right, but the guy that used to be Secret Service out of New York.
Narrows it down.
B. The game's
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
that
but
narrows
not-
it down.
But what's his name?
Secret Service guy out of New York?
Yeah, somewhere. He's got an Italian name. Begins with a B. Bon
Bon Jovi?
Bon Jovi.
So Bon.
Living on a prayer?
He plays a pretty mean
You
guitar
know, the
too.
bald-headed guy. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, hound dog.
I knew. Keep talking. I'll figure it out. Go ahead.
He's got a podcast and all that stuff. I cannot think of his name. It's it's going to just kill me thinking. But he made a
That's why
comment.
we need a script.
No, we don't. Scripts are overrated.
That his he were telling his kids, you're going to have an opinion because people are not going to let you go without having one anymore.
Yeah.
Bongino.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dan Bongino.
Dan Bongino.
Oh yeah, he's cool.
yeah,
He's got a heck of a podcast.
He said
he's
that
probably
he
somewhere right
told
behind
his
us.
kids, you're going to have to because they're not going to let you. You're not going to be. But I honestly think all joking aside, all cutting up and all. I think our election this time is very much a crossroads.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Oh, yeah.
Bongino will
Very
give
much.
Rodinator a run for his money for the blood vessel sticking down your head. And
Because
fucking
I'm
love
telling you,
Bongino.
I mean, it's.
I
if
love
it
anybody
goes-
who's passionate.
If she gets elected, we're in for a mess.
A mess.
And I don't mean to sound, but just honestly, I mean it's
no turning
very
back.
much a
Nope.
very pivotal turning point for the future of our kids and
Yep.
Grandkids and their
generation.
grandkids.
And I don't mind telling
grandkids,
you,
yeah.
I was never a prepper until this last election.
Oh yeah, me
There you
too.
go. There you go.
Me too.
And guys, too,
And-
we keep talking about our country, but think of the world.
It's just
America-
They're
America
laughing at us.
keeps
Do you
it-
ever watch Sky
Oh, yeah.
News?
Oh, no, I
I watch it all the
Australian
time.
news?
Yeah,
But
I
I'm
watch
saying
it all the time.
The world's used to us straightening shit out, too.
And they're
We're not
laughing
sh-
at us.
We're not straightening shit out.
right.
Biden went to California vacation. Now he's in Delaware, laying on beaches. He's still the president until fucking November. And there's wars everywhere, and he's just
He hadn't been the president
he's
the
not
last
doing
3
anything.
years.
Exactly.
Right, slow.
His
And
cabinet's
you
been
don't-
calling
you don't
all
know
the shots.
anything-
Exactly.
You don't hear anything from Kamala, whatever.
No, she's hiding. She can't. Every time she gets on a mic, she shits on it.
Have y'all seen
Such a
the
fucking moron.
ad
They
that
don't
Trump
want
put
her on
out?
it. They don't want her on the microphone.
You've seen the ad that Trump put out when Lester Holt was interviewing Kamala.
She gets confused what the microphone is.
And I haven't
Yes.
been to Europe either.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
what your point is.
You haven't been to the border. What?
Yeah.
Huh? What? What's what's your point? I haven't been to Europe either.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking stupid.
Because you're in charge
bitch.
of yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're not
but,
in charge of Europe.
but like we both say, she says on day one she's straightening out the whole mess.
That she
But
created.
the whole mess has been you for 3.5 years.
Yeah.
So what? You're straightening out your own mess?
Are you-
Explain this. You can't.
Are you
No,
looking
it's
at-
all
it's so
Biden. She's in the
retarded.
background screaming and hollering, wanting change. Biden wouldn't allow it.
Of course. Of
Yeah.
All right,
course.
guys,
And
we're
you
at the
really-
witching hour.
Damn it.
How do y'all feel about politics?
Yeah.
It's
I know you hate it. You can't wait to get to next week, brother. I know
It's
that.
a cluster.
It's a cluster. Is that exactly?
Plethora of cluster.
That's impressive.
A plethora of clusteration.
Very intelligent.
It is. That's a buck word. Plethora.
And you know what? We just put our toe in the water.
Oh,
There's
I'm
so
telling,
much
I'm
shit
telling
going
you,
on.
if Buck's been on the podcast 50 minutes into it, he'd have threw his headphones off, propped his feet up, so I'm done. And he'd be done. And Hound Dog now is like, okay, we'll carry the show. And he just sat there,
Yep.
all pissed off.
I'm done.
Well, I love it, boy. I love him and I miss him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did that more than one time.
That's funny. That is hilarious.
All right, guys, we're at any last thoughts, any last shout outs, anything you want to get out there?
Voting's a big deal, guys and girls. The country, the next 4 years is a big deal. Please pay attention to your own situation. Don't be those one-issue voters. Look at the big picture. Look at what's happening. Look what's happened in the last 3.5 years. And like I said, this is the best test is if you like what's happened over the last 3.5 years, which I don't know how you could, then I guess you're going with Harris. But if you want change, you want it back
If
to
you
the way
like
it
it,
was,
your mom and daddy's
you
buying
gotta
your
go with
groceries.
Yeah,
Correct.
exactly.
While you're in the basement playing video games.
Eating
Correct.
Cheetos, right. Fucking
And
right.
I have to agree with Rod. I mean, it's just go out there and vote. And
Common sense.
And think for yourself. Don't let the media, regardless of which one you watch,
Right.
don't let them think for yourself. God gave you a brain. Use it. Try to.
I think with my pocketbook, gentlemen, my bill.
Look at your bank right.
Yeah,
Look at your bank
exactly.
account. Look at
Absolutely.
your taxes. Look at your bank account. Look at the groceries. Look at the gas.
Yeah.
Everything's more expensive. Like just
It's
Look
obvious.
at
math.
Look at the
It's
interest
math.
rate. Interest rate 4 years ago,
Yeah.
2.8.
yes.
Now 8.2.
Yes.
Come on, man.
All right, guys, we appreciate it, man. It's been great. It's been unscripted.
And it's
what we like.
politics. I loved it.
See,
I
it
got
ain't
to
just
rant.
the sunshine
What's the
red on
phone
my
number?
face. I'm
What's the
about to
phone number, Slow?
blow a fuse over here. What?
I got to rant. What's that?
What's the phone number, Slow?
Say
What's
again?
the phone number?
Oh, if you
988.
if 988,
Oh, yeah.
if you feel a need to talk to somebody about you having thoughts in your head, hurting yourself or someone else or whatever, 988. Just give those people a call and they'll be more than happy to talk
Yeah,
to
or
you.
call a
Suicide
brother.
crisis
Call a
line.
brother or
Call a
sister,
brother or
man.
sister.
Just, yeah.
Yeah.
Call
It's
just call
not
some
weakness.
call
It's-
somebody and talk.
It's weak to hide it. Get it out
Yeah.
there,
Right.
man. Let people know how you feel. And people that love you will come take care of you, man. We are a family, all across the nation.
That's right.
all-
We talk
we
about
all-
this because every other day an officer's taking his own life. So let's,
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
we
put a
all
stop to
bleed
that.
blue, boys. We all
We do.
bleed blue.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. As always, let's drink about it and drink responsibly.
Close this shit out. Let's do it.
Hey, no, wait. If you like what you see, look, like, and start saying listen. Subscribe.
It's not
Yeah, hit that like button, hit subscribe button, and hit that notification button. We need the love, man. So show some love.
We need 999,802.
Something like that.
We're getting close.
And
This has been a Studio 77 production.
all you first responders out there, please be home. Make it to your home. Fuck. Make it to your family safe.
You mean it's over? Well, shit.